regarding the Tucker Trump versus GOP, obviously, Fox is the former employer of Tucker that fired him.
Yes.
And Tucker goes on his own. So obviously, they're not good. Obviously, Trump isn't good with Fox the last 12 months
Correct.
because Fox has gone team DeSantis, some would say. It's any team but Trump.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. There it is right there.
Now watch this. There's a third ally there you got to throw, and it's a guy that runs a company called X. And that
Elon
third
Musk.
ally is Elon Musk.
Weird.
The interesting with Elon Musk that's kind of weird, is Elon is not necessarily a Trump guy.
Not at all.
Elon originally was a DeSantis guy that they hosted the first, what do you call it?
His first announcement.
Spaces with DeSantis.
Twitter
it was
Spaces,
broken,
correct.
and then they did it again, and he had to switch to David Sachs's account instead of his. And then recently, just a couple days ago, Rob, if you can find this, Elon comments in a tweet about Vivek saying this is a formidable candidate. So he kind of went off of DeSantis, and he went on Vivek.
Shifting, yep.
Just yesterday. We're talking 24, 48 hours. So that's kind of an interesting shift he's making. And then his mentor, a guy that he goes to for advice, Larry Ellison just a few days ago gave $20 million to Tim Scott.
Waste of money.
So far, what's happening is they're showing it's anything but Trump from Elon and his peers, but Tucker is pro-Trump, and it's being done on X. Mm-hmm. And Tucker and his team, they go 5 minutes live before.
Gangster move.
Before Fox shows the debate. How much you think going 5 minutes before got them to get more people watching them first? Because the moments you start watching it, you're hooked. You forgot about the GOP debate, and you got stuck with watching Tucker. I thought it was a very good point you made, Rob, earlier with this angle and the timing. That was very impressive. How much you think that played in people watching Tucker and Trump first?
Well, I can tell you for me, that's exactly what I did. I watched the entire Tucker and then switched over at about 9:42. And then Fox was really smart because what they did is they timed it out so that when Tucker and Trump ended, they went to commercial break. And what did they come back with? The question of, would you stand by the president if he is indicted?
Yeah. But mind you, we were there, so we didn't have an option. But I saw people all inside the arena, Pat, like this, watching on their phones. And then ours started. People, they took out a lot. I'm going to say 30-40% of the people were just like, nah, we're not going to watch Fox, and we're going to go.
Let me tell you, there are certain candidates on that stage. I mean, everyone for that matter, but certainly some of the people at the end, the Asa Hutchinsons of the world, even my guy Doug Burgum and whoever. You should be thanking God that Trump and sucking all the oxygen out of the room did not show up to that debate. And if he was, none of those people had time talking. I don't give a shit. Asa Hutchinson, get your ass out of here. He looks like Mike Pence's dad. You're lucky we even know his name today. Because if Trump was on that stage, none of those people would be talking about them. Maybe Vivek a little bit.
Yep.
And it'd be interesting to see eventually when Vivek and Trump share a stage, you can't do the Trump ass kissing in front of Trump when he's just going to basically Vivek Ramaswamy, he's from the swamp creature.
Yeah.
Let's see how that plays out. But these guys should all be thanking their lucky stars that Trump didn't show up and just dominate all those people last night. Because that's what would have happened.
And let's be honest, which I don't think I'd ever be able to do what they did. You're up there. You already know you have all technically lost. You're all fighting for the number 2 spot, right? That's
or
all that was.
Cabinet position, whatever.
Position or whatever. And I get the politics side of it, but that was an audition for the vice president. And that moment when he was like, all right, who's cool with Trump? And Vivek was like, I'm in.
Rob, and we're going to go through a lot of these clips, both the Trump and Tucker one as well as the debate. Rob, if you can tell us the poll, what did the poll end up? We got a few thousand votes. I'm curious to know where we're at right now with the poll. 4,600 votes. 53% watched the Tucker-Trump. 47% watched the Fox GOP. And it doesn't look like it's changing. I think that's the lead. So, by the way,
kind of 50-50.
Brilliant move, which means the next debate will be September 27th at what do you call
Reagan
it?
Library
Reagan Library.
California,
Yes, Reagan Library, which should be an interesting one to either attend or we'll do it here. We'll do a live podcast outside of Reagan Library. I don't know. It's 2 minutes away from where I used to live. I've been there many times. So, but when you look at this, so what's Tucker going to do September 27th? Because Trump's probably going to be on stage. So you got to think about who Tucker's going to be having September 27th. I got a whole idea of what I think's going on with Tucker, Trump, and Elon. We were on a flight back with one of our guy that was on the flight back right now. We just jumped on a flight. We're talking about what's going on here. I have a speculation on what I think is going on with Tucker, Trump, and Elon. I'll say it right now until we can go into some of the other topics. You see, what's going on right now is alliances are being built, okay? Just like in social media, when you're creating content, or just like when you're building a real estate business or an insurance business, or you're creating a running for office, or you want to go make movies, you'll see alliances. Adam Sandler has a whole crew of alliances, him, Rob Schneider. How many times do they keep doing movies over and over and over and over again? Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. You know, first they do that one
Silver
dancing,
Lining
then
Playbook,
Silver Lining,
yeah.
then this, and then the next one. So it's like
Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson,
John Favreau,
yeah, all those guys.
See,
Yeah.
these are alliances. By the way, it's brilliant to build these alliances. It's very, very smart because strength in numbers. It's the reason why LeBron, in his legacy, Michael forever will be known as he had the best team. Kobe will be known as he had the best team as this era. LeBron will never be known as having the best team because it was Golden State that built the dynasty because it was strength in numbers. Okay. So on the debate, when there was a break, I was watching the break more than I was watching the debate because I was watching to see during the break who was going and talking to who. It was very interesting dynamics. I think there's an interesting alliance being built with Tucker, Trump, and Elon Musk. And let me kind of share with you. I've talked about this before on camera, off camera, but I'll give you more and more what's going on today. When I think about Tucker, I'm seeing by the way, I'm 20% where I'm at with this. I'm purely speculating, but it's a strong 20% that I think I'm right, but 80% chance I'm wrong, okay? Here's what I think's going on. I think Tucker, I don't think he cares to be a billionaire. I don't think he cares to be Rupert Murdoch. I don't think he cares to be, Roger Ailes, not the dirty side, but I'm talking about from the side of where he's a king builder. I don't think he's a king maker. I think he's a king. That's how he views himself. I don't think he wants to go out there and be Rush Limbaugh. I don't think he's trying to break the record of being better than, more viewers than all these other guys. Here's what I think is going on. And there's wisdom in what he's doing if this is what he's doing. Netanyahu, Zelensky, Churchill were all journalists before. They got a lot of eyeballs, and they did it at a time without social media. And then when they ran, they won. Now, Zelensky had social media, but the other two didn't have social media when they won. I think what he's doing is DeSantis could have done the same thing, but DeSantis was smart, didn't make a wise move. If DeSantis would have gone and would have said, you know what, I'm going to stay governor of Florida, Trump's going to do what Trump's going to do, and I'm going to gain the MAGA vote because I'm going to support him, then I'm going to run in 2028, and Trump's going to come and endorse me, and all of MAGA is going to follow me as voters. The tough part with MAGA voters, they're not going to flip. You know how most people, they'll flip and they'll go from one person to another camp and they'll be like, as long as it's blue. MAGA's not like that. MAGA's like, you disrespected Trump, I'm done with you.
Yep.
It's a very
loyal.
By the way, whether you like it or not, you can bitch about it all you want. You have to be strategic.
Yeah.
I think Tucker sees this and he's saying, who are the two most powerful people I should align myself with? Musk, social media, politics, Trump. What if I win both of them over? They don't necessarily like each other. Musk doesn't go out there saying, I'm going to vote for Trump. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how much Trump trusts Elon, but Tucker's the wisdom one in the middle. He says, I'm going to sit here. Every video, I don't know how much money he's making off Twitter, but you know what's sometimes worth more than money you make on Twitter? A retweet from Elon Musk. Okay. So you get every video of yours, Elon Musk retweets and puts interesting, and then all of a sudden gives you 100 million views because of its followership, 150. What is that worth to you? All the money in the world. So watch this. Let me fast forward to 2026, 2027, prediction time, okay? Next thing you know, Trump, let's just say he thinks Trump's going to win office. Let's just say, whether he does or not. Trump wins, Trump loses. It doesn't matter to Tucker because Tucker wins whether Trump wins or loses. Because he's shown loyalty to who? To Trump.
Trump, big time.
And he's winning over Tucker, winning over Elon. So here's a question. How many followers does Tucker have right now on Twitter? Can you go look up how many followers Tucker has on Twitter? How many followers does Tucker have on Twitter? Go look up to 9.7 million. When he went to Twitter, I think he was at 6 million. 5.5 million, 6 million. So he's already gained about 4 million followers. As a matter of fact, go on Social Blade and type in Tucker Carlson. Go to Twitter first. No, go to Twitter. Yeah, right there. Go to Twitter and type in Tucker Carlson. And they got to be together. No, they got to be together. Yeah, there you go. Tucker Carlson. Watch this. Go up and see his followership on a day-to-day basis. Oh, shit. Okay, there you go. Zoom in. Look at that retweet yesterday with Trump, how many followers I got in one day. 210,000 followers in one day. Wow. So what is that worth to you to get that kind of followership on a daily basis? There is not a price tag on this, so let's play a game. How many followers do you think Tucker's going to have by end of 2026 if it goes at this pace? So for the next 2 years, 3 years, Elon retweets every one of his videos. He gets these eyeballs. He gets the biggest names in the world to interview. How many followers do you think Elon will have on Twitter by the beginning of 2027, January of 2027? What do you think?
Tucker Carlson?
Tucker Carlson, not Elon. Tucker.
50 million.
Is it fair to say he'll be at 50 million, give or take?
Where is he now?
9.7 million.
10. Let's say 10. I say 50 more, maybe more.
Okay. Yeah. Let's say
it's 25 even.
Okay, let's say 25 to 50 million. Okay. Whatever the number is. 25 low, 50 million high. If you're in that range, you're automatically one of the most followed influential people in America, in the world. Guess who's retweeting you? Musk. Now you announce, look, rumor has it, Tucker's thinking about running. No, I'm not going to be running. This is not what I want to do. America needs me. I'll run. MAGA's loyal to him. Elon's loyal to him. Walk in a park. Now Elon's got an ally in the White House for 8 years.
Wow.
Can you visually see that becoming a reality?
By the way, you're 20%. Dude, I'm at like 90% at that time. Like the way that you just spelled it out.
On the fly.
The way that you just spelled it out right there. It's so funny because we started off this conversation with the enemy and my enemy as my friend. These two are in alignment at this point. They are congruent at this point, Trump and Tucker. It was not so long ago. Matter of fact, it was January 4th of 2021 when the leaked text of Tucker came out. This was right before January 6th, the day of infamy, right? He said, I'm fed up with Trump. All right, this is obviously before the Dominion lawsuit. He says, quote unquote, I'm done with Trump. We are very close for being able to ignore him. Speaking of Trump, on most nights, I truly can't wait. I hate him passionately. I can't handle much more of him. This is your friend, your boy, Tucker Carlson talking about Trump. It's funny how things change over time. How Joe Rogan was just voting for Bernie. Now he's an alt-right guy. It's like things happen, certainly during COVID, so quickly, so vehemently. Things change so fast that all of a sudden that you're in full-on alignment. Now think about what's happened with Trump and Tucker over the last 12 months. The Murdochs have come out and basically said, we're done with Trump. I mean, they've explicitly pretty much done that, right? After Roger Ailes died, they were just like, all right, gloves off, we're done. And then they fired Tucker after the Dominion lawsuit. There's some allegations they needed a head to roll. He was the top head. So now you have Tucker, who's a man on an island. He can do whatever he wants. There's another good friend of mine that extended a $100 million offer to him. He didn't need that money, but we don't need to go there. Yep. Allegedly, his wife's got money too.
He's inherited a shitload of money.
You got Trump, and I just to kind of put it all in there, it's setting himself up perfectly for 2028. Let's say Trump wins or even loses, whatever it is. Who arguably would be the next man up? Not Don Jr., not DeSantis. DeSanctimonious. He wasn't loyal. Vivek is an absolute beast. Absolute beast. I think if he ran as a Democrat, that guy would be the next Obama.
100%.
It's very hard to get a brown, skinny Hindu kid elected when you got the evangelical base on the right. I've said that a million times. I think he's an absolute beast. That's just going to be tough. I think Tucker will slide right in, Pat, and do exactly what you said. I'm shocked that you think it's only 20% because the way that you outlined it, dude, very high likelihood.
What a move, though.
Yeah.
Right? What a move. Because, what do they say when LeBron teamed up with Wade and Bosch? What do they call that? They call the big three. This is the ultimate three.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Guys, this is the ultimate three, okay? Ultimate. Elon, Trump, and Tucker. Holy freaking moly. Elon, Tucker, and Trump. Like a weird. And by the way, without Elon necessarily supporting Trump, because I think in Elon's mind, again, when you're going up against a opponent or somebody you're trying to study, you want to know motives, right? You want to know motives. You want to see what they're going to be doing. I think Elon, listen, if he wants to go compete with his enemies, who are his enemies? Google, Facebook, Amazon. anybody else that's going to be in his, in his way of wanting to build
Jeff
Twitter,
Bezos,
some of these guys.
Blue Origin.
Can you imagine if he helps Tucker get in there in 5 years and then Tucker's on his team for 8 years? I mean, listen, you're officially like SpaceX. Like the amount of battery machines to put worldwide, the deals with other countries. Elon's thinking about, 10, 20 years. Elon's not thinking, everybody's thinking 1 year, short term. Elon's thinking 20 years. He needs in-house, Anyways, so I think, if we pick our winners.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Biden and Elon Musk have zero relationship.
Yeah.
Zero
I don't think
relationship.
Biden knows if he's even alive. But Pat, does that worry you at all that type of alliance? Let's say Tucker's motive is what? Tucker really cares about the country because I don't care what
Zero.
Like Elon Musk, what would you think his motive?
No, I don't have any. I don't. I'm not saying this based on a negative or a positive.
Okay.
The message on what I'm giving is the following: in life, it's your job to build strong alliances. Either contribute up or lift bottom up. So you're either pushing or pulling. Okay. In some situations, I'm a push. In some situations, I'm a pull. Okay. For example, on the podcast, said maybe I'm a pull. I'm playing the role of a pull. But in other situations with people that I'm giving advice to or counsel to behind closed doors that maybe it's not public information, I'm playing a push. And I would say I would do this or I would do that. Your job is to be a great flag carrier up, and you have to be a supporter down. Okay. That's the ultimate job, what you got to do.
What distinguish between the push and the
Okay, so for example, if I'm part of, like some people don't want to represent a team, they will never, they only represent who? Themselves. Look, it's dumb.
Yeah.
It's why it's dumb? Because you have to do all the legwork. You have to do it's all on you. If you screw up, it's on you. Go be a solo person. See if you do it better solo. Some people, Tucker went solo. No, he did not. Trust me, Tucker's not solo. Tucker made a deal with Elon to get retweets on every video he puts up. That's not solo. Tucker went and became Elon's flag carrier, is what Tucker did.
With no pay, too, Pat.
You think Charlie Kirk is solo? No.
Hell no.
He's a flag carrier and push-pull. You can go up and talk about any of the stuff that are bitter, doing it all by themselves. They're eventually going to have a wall they hit. You're going to have a wall. And then they're going to say the following lines. You ready for the lines? I'm being shadow banned. No, you're not. I'm being, I think I'm being this. No, you're not. You're just not. You're just solo. And you don't have anybody that has your back. Guess what? When somebody went after Joe Rogan, guess who's got his back? Dana White, Spotify. Joe's not running by himself. Guess who's got Dana's back when he was running by himself? Trump. Trump got him a place to go fight.
Yep.
This thing about wanting to be solo is amateurish, and it just means you have massive ego, and you think you don't need anybody. It's pathetic to be. And by the way, we've all been there before, but to each his own. When it comes down to competition, you got to build alliances. You have to build alliances.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.